Hello and welcome to Undead Gaming News, your one-stop shop for all things gaming. I'm your host Zombie, and first up this week, Sony have announced that they're removing the PlayStation Plus collection. They broke the news in a PlayStation blog about upcoming PlayStation Plus games, where they said on May the 9th, PlayStation Plus collection will no longer be offered. If you haven't redeemed the titles in this collection yet, you can still do so until May the 9th, which will enable you access to these titles even after this date, for as long as you remain a PlayStation Plus member. The PlayStation Plus collection is of course the collection of 19 games that are available for free for all PS5 owners, and it includes some pretty big titles like Uncharted 4, God of War, and Resident Evil 7. If you haven't claimed these games yet, then all you have to do is go to the PlayStation Plus tile on the home screen of your PlayStation 5, scroll down to the PlayStation Plus collection, and then you can claim them all individually. But you now only have until May the 9th to claim them, before it's too late. Sticking with Sony though, they also had a State of Play this month, the first one of the year, and it kicked off with a look at an upcoming PSVR 2 game, The Foglands, which is an atmospheric sci-fi western roguelike which is coming out sometime this year. You fight monsters, scavenge loot, and try to make it back before the fog takes you. Next up we got a brief look at another upcoming PSVR 2 game, Green Hell VR, which is a survival game set in the Amazon rainforest, and it's due out at some point this year. Following that, End Dreams revealed their new VR game, Synapse, which is due out sometime this year on the PSVR 2. And then we had Journey to Foundation, which is another PSVR 2 game set in Isaac Asimov's Foundation universe. And then the fifth and final PSVR 2 game that was shown during the broadcast was Before Your Eyes, which is due out on March the 10th. Moving on from PSVR 2, we got a launch trailer for Destiny 2's expansion Lightfall, which comes out on the 28th of February this year. Next was a release date trailer for Chia, which will launch on March the 21st of this year. Sony then revealed some new games that were coming to PlayStation Plus in March. The list includes Battlefield 2042, Minecraft Dungeons, and Code Vein. Up next was a look at the next game from Enhance, which is the maker of Rez and Tetris Effect, with Humanity, which is due out in May of 2023 on PS5, PS4, PSVR, and PSVR 2. A demo is currently available. Then we had teen dinosaur narrative game Goodbye Volcano High, which comes out on PS5 and PS4 on the 15th of June. Then we got an announcement trailer for Naruto and Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, which follows the story of the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm series. Then Larian Studios offered up a new trailer for Baldur's Gate 3, which now has a release date of the 31st of August 2023, and it will release on PS5 and PC. Next up we had Wayfinder, which is an online multiplayer adventure that has a PlayStation exclusive beta that's available from the 28th of February. Then we had Capcom showing off Street Fighter 6 with a gameplay trailer. They also revealed a new trailer for Resident Evil 4 Remake, which is set for release on the 24th of March 2023. But there's also a special demo set to be coming soon. How soon, we don't know. And finally, we got a deep dive into Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which is due out on the 26th of May, where they showed off the co-op gameplay. PlayStation weren't the only ones with a showcase this month, as Nintendo also held a new direct, revealing more about future game releases for the Nintendo Switch in early 2023, as well as plenty of surprises. The first trailer of the direct was for Pikmin 4, the long-awaited sequel from Nintendo. In this semi-top-down adventure, you'll be able to use Pikmin to defeat enemies, solve puzzles, and traverse giant environments, and it's set for release on Nintendo Switch on the 21st of July 2023. Then there was Samba de Amigo, the rhythm franchise, which is returning on Nintendo Switch, with a surprise sequel that's coming out in summer of 2023. Next up was Fashion Dreamer, which is a style adventure game where you'll be able to create new looks, share them with your friends, and eventually become a renowned style influencer. It will be launching sometime this year. Next up, Dead Cells Return to Castlevania got a new trailer, giving it the release date of March the 6th, 2023. Then we had Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, as it's coming to Nintendo Switch in summer 2023. It will be remastered from its original Nintendo DS form. Next up was a new game from Level 5 called Decapolice, which is arriving sometime this year, and is an anime-style adventure game. Then Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon got a new combat trailer. Then they also announced that Splatoon 3 is getting 2 new waves of paid DLC. The first wave is known as Inkopolis, and it takes the form of a new explorable world with fresh shopkeepers, new features and new modes. This first wave launches in spring of 2023. Following this announcement, a teaser for a new piece of Splatoon content was also revealed. It takes place in a blank world and is known as Side Order. It's part of the expansion pass, but not much more was revealed. Next up we had Disney Illusion Island, getting a new trailer. In this adventure, you'll traverse a side-scrolling world filled with danger, unlock new abilities, and find secret areas, and it will launch on the 28th of July 2023. Next up we had Harmony, The Fall of Revere, which is a new narrative adventure game from Don't Nod. You'll be able to use psychic abilities to explore a strange world and form connections with surreal beings to change the outcome of your story. It arrives in June of 2023. Next up we had a new trailer for Octopath Traveler 2, which was released on the 24th of February 2023. And then we had We Love Katamari, as it's getting a new Nintendo Switch remaster. This remaster includes new levels and other enhanced features, and is coming out on the 2nd of June 2023. Next up we had a new trailer for the pixel adventure Sea of Stars, and that arrives on the 29th of August 2023. Then multiplayer game Omega Strikers got a new trailer, and in this game you'll be taking part in vigorous air hockey fights with colourful characters, and it will launch on the 17th of April 2023. Then they announced the first 3 Atari and Odyssey games are being remastered for the Nintendo Switch. These games will be arriving as the Origins collection on the 1st of June 2023, and will also be available for separate purchase. Next up, after a long delay, Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp is finally arriving on the 21st of April 2023. Pre-orders are live again, and then there was a trailer for Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. This game is a remaster from the original Nintendo Wii version, but also features a new epilogue starring Magalore, and is out now, as of the 24th of February 2023. We also had the remaster of the original Metroid Prime game announced. This game is retextured and rebuilt, and features new dual-stick controls. It's available now on the Nintendo eShop. And then next up we had a new trailer for Master Detective Archives Rain Code, and in this game you'll explore Kenai Ward and solve strange, surreal mysteries alongside a range of other detectives, each with unique abilities and skills, and it arrives on the 30th of June 2023. They also announced the first 2 Baten Kaitos games are being remastered. They will launch on the Switch as a duo pack in summer of 2023. And then next up was Fantasy Life, I, the Girl Who Steals Time, which is a sequel to the 2012 DS game Fantasy Life. In this adventure, you'll be able to take on a variety of jobs and live your own fantasy life. It arrives sometime in 2023. Next up was a trailer for a new Professor Layton game. Not much is known about it. And then finally, we got a new trailer for The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, which revealed a post-apocalyptic Hyrule at the mercy of an all-powerful evil ruler, and the game will launch on the Switch on the 12th of May 2023. In other news though, Blumhouse, the production company behind horror movies such as Megan, Get Out, The Purge and Insidious, are moving into the game business. Led by producer Jason Blum, the company is planning to develop immersive horror games that will be playable on PC, consoles and mobile. Instead of adapting their own movies into games though, the company is looking for projects that are currently in development to offer their financial support and creative insight, as well as of course attaching the Blumhouse name to those titles, offering a $10 million budget to each project. Game producer Zach Wood, who recently worked on Prey Mooncrash and Redfall, will run the creative side of Blumhouse games. The operational and financial aspects of the company will be overseen by Don Sechler, a former PlayStation executive who works closely with indie studios. Also in the news we have Jake Sullivan, who's now announced he's leaving Firaxis after 23 years at the company, during which he helmed the reboot of XCOM Enemy Unknown and its sequel, before most recently directing Marvel's Midnight Suns. Also leaving the company is the studio's head, Steve Martin, who served the company for 27 years and oversaw the release of over 32 games. Firaxis' current COO Heather Hazen has also been promoted to the studio head to replace Steve Martin, and along with this news, Heather Hazen announced Firaxis is in development of the next iteration of the Civilization franchise. But speaking of upcoming games, Lies of P, the Souls-like reimagining of the Adventures of Pinocchio, made by Round 8, got a new trailer and a release window of August 2023, and the latest trailer shows the ruined plague-ridden city of Krat, where beasts stalk past fallen automatronics and puppets, as one of the monsters combines itself with a mechanical figure, reassembling to form something that will probably end up being a boss. As for our final story this week, we have Mick Gordon, the composer on games like 2017's Prey, the Doom reboot, and the new Wolfenstein games, and most recently Atomic Heart, as he's taken to Twitter to announce he's donating his fee from composing Atomic Heart to the Australian Red Cross Ukraine Crisis Appeal, in order to use his work as a means to help those affected by the conflict. He says he's making the donation because he believes it's important to support pro-peace organisations, stand up for what's right, and to help those in need, especially during times of crisis. He calls for the world to demand an end to this aggression and stand in solidarity with Ukrainian people. And that is all we have time for this week. If you have any thoughts on anything discussed this week, please leave them in the comment section below as always, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.